Good afternoon to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu editorial analysis for proficiency in English. As usual, let us start with the snippets. What is the first one? Nod per terms. NOD, nod. Terms and conditions. Pay commission report in 18 months. What do you understand from the word nod? Nod means what here? Approval. Nod your head, literally one meaning, but he has given his nod. He has approved something. Then also we use the word nod. Simple word, but you have to recollect. Coming to the next one, pollution fix. Cloud seeding trials held in parts of Delhi. Here, pollution fix. Fix has many meanings. One meaning, generally something goes wrong. Imagine a gadget not working properly. Then we say repair the fan. But you can also use words like fix, repair, mend. All the three mean the same. Fix the problem, pollution fix. Cloud seeding trials. All our students know trial, trail. Trail means to leave something behind. Trial. Trial has many meanings. One meaning, it goes with court cases. The entire process is called trial. Here, trials means trying out something held in parts of Delhi, not complete Delhi, parts of Delhi. Coming to the next one, US sanctions Minister allays fears over crude oil supply. There are two words which are very important. One is sanctions. In English, strangely, certain words have both positive and negative connotations. If you take the word sanction, the center has sanctioned the funds, positive meaning. The country has imposed the sanctions against some other country, a different negative connotation. Both you have to. And you have to recollect words like impose, levy. Those words go with taxes. And there's one important word, allay. Allay means what? Remove. Remove. Someone has fears, you try to remove those fears. Allays fears over crude oil supply. Means remove. You have to recollect words like names of countries, the Netherlands, the Philippines, the Irish Republic, the US, the UK, all these. Over crude oil, crude, not refined. What are the words you have to recollect based on refined? Refined, polished, sophisticated, urbane. Urbane is an important word. Civilized, but they go with a different context altogether. Data point, India has world's third largest metro network. Ridership quadrupled in the last decade. It talks about metro network and quadrupled, 4 times increase in the last decade 10 years. I'm sure all of you know that. Coming to the next one, T20 challenge, India meets Australia in 5-match series. T20 series, how many matches? 5 matches. 5-match series, India and Australia. And coming to the word data, you have to recollect datum, data. Both are very important. Let us go to the main headline from today's paper. Here, Cyclone Montha makes landfall, rain batters several parts of AP. Makes landfall. When the cyclone hits, we use the word make the landfall, hitting the land, landfall. And there's one important word, batters. Rain batters several parts of AP. Batter in this context, to hit repeatedly, to fall heavily. And you have to think of all the words, all the idioms related to rains. Many of our students know, I don't have to tell. Parts of AP. What are the other snippets? You can see the pick and swept away. Part of the land swept away by water, sea water. A home destroyed by the cyclonic swell in Kakinada district of Andhra Pradesh on Tuesday. Here, 32% of candidates in Bihar poll face criminal cases. What is the percentage? 32% criminal cases. A bit strange. HAL gets rights to build Russian commuter plane. There's one important word, commuter plane. What is the meaning of the word commute? Commute means to travel long distance every day, especially for work. Then we use the word commute as a verb, and the person is called commuter. But why do people commute? Usually, when you take a city, initially not congested, over a period of time, the city gets congested. Then people cannot get housing, they experience housing problem. Then they try to move out, they try to occupy the suburbs or satellite towns. Once they go to the on the outskirts, once they go to the outskirts, on the outskirts, these suburbs or satellite towns, from there they try to travel every day for work. Then we use the word commute, and the person is called commuter. Here, commuter plane. Peace meeting on RSS March ends in acrimony. Acrimony is a negative word, means what? Bitter argument. Something very bitter, we use the word acrimonious. Acrimonious argument, bitter argument. And here we have peace. You have to recollect words like armistice, peace, truce, all these words. Ceasefire. Coming to the next one, a rift widens in Tata Trusts as three trustees block Mahili Mysteries return. A rift means what? A gap, a dispute, something like a problem. The gap between two persons, gap between two groups, we use the word a rift. There's a rift between them. Tranquil means very peaceful. Tranquility, tranquil, serene, placid. Very good. I appreciate. All these words you have to recollect. And India blocks manifesto for Bihar offers host of SOPs. An important expression. Usually manifesto. What is the meaning of manifesto? At the time of election, a particular political party may have a few things to offer to the electorate. And that is whatever they say, we are going to do this, do that. That is known as manifesto, party's manifesto. And there they offer a lot of things. Based on that offers host of SOPs. Here means something like freebies or something like they may do good for a particular section of the society. And here usually they focus on downtrodden people. What is the meaning of downtrodden? Backward communities, underprivileged communities. We use the word downtrodden people. You can also think of marginalized people. That's all from the front page of today's the Hindu paper. Let us go to today's editorial. I told last time also, usually Friday, Saturday, I don't get time to design because of the morning sessions. But this week, yesterday I could not take, and today also, I could not design the Hindu editorial. But this way also you can enrich your knowledge. That should not be a problem. And design should not stop you from learning. I hope you all agree. Relief, rehabilitation. Here there's a simple word, relief. And what is the other word here? Rehabilitation. Whenever there is a natural disaster, we are talking about cyclone, we are talking about a natural disaster. You have to recollect words like catastrophe, disaster, mishap, unfortunate incident, all these words. And you have to recollect idiomatic expression, wreak havoc, devastate on a large scale. And here we talk about the recent one, a particular cyclone. It's all about that. And background information. Whenever there is a natural disaster like a cyclone or earthquake or floods or tsunami, people are evacuated. They are shifted to some other place, and that they are kept at a particular place. That is known as rehabilitation center. Very good. Relief, and they are provided with food, other things. Relief and rehabilitation. Easy to understand. India's east coast invariably bears the brunt of cyclones. We have an important expression they have given in bank exams many a time. What is the meaning of experience the brunt of something? Means bear the brunt of something. Means what? Bear the worst part of something. Experience the worst part of something. Imagine cyclone spread out, but a particular region receives maximum negative impact. Then we say it had to bear the brunt of the cyclone, experience the worst part of something. Important idiom you have to know. And it takes the verb bear the brunt of something, take the worst part of something. They have given many a time, but here Kavya, face the music has a different connotation. Face the music goes more with your actions. Someone does something negative or something wrong, then the person has to face the consequences. Then we had to face the music. It goes with a different context, but still, I appreciate your contribution. Yes, Tarun says exacerbate. Exacerbate means what? Already a situation is bad, you try to make it worse. Then we use that word. How does it start? As I said, this editorial is all about, I appreciate your response also. You have taken in the right spirit. And here it talks about, it takes historical approach. What happened in the past 2 years, I think 70s and 90s, devastating impact. After that, to that extent, this cyclone also. Let us see how it starts. Historically, October, November mark the period when the Bay of Bengal throws up devastating cyclones. An important word. What is the meaning of devastating? Means causing heavy damage, devastating impact. And what is the idiom? Wreak havoc. Of 12 such cyclones during the 18th century CE, 20th century CE. CE means what? Common era. What do the letters stand for? Common era. 9 were recorded in these months. Of these 9, how many dangerous? They include the severe cyclone which made landfall near Nizampatnam, Andhra Pradesh on November 1977, and the super cyclone which crossed the Odisha coast near Paradeep on October 29, 1999. I remember when I read 70s one major cyclone and 90s also one major cyclone. Impact of these, the human toll. You all know toll gate. Toll here means what? The number of dead persons. A different meaning altogether. The human toll in both disasters was about 10,000 each. That's a huge number. What is the number? 10,000 each. According to an India Meteorological Department publication in 2021. Memories of such events get rekindled. Usually this word goes with a positive connotation. Bring back the old passion, bring back the old interest, old enthusiasm, but here goes with a negative context. Memories of such events get rekindled whenever a cyclonic storm develops in the bay, an example being Cyclone Montha, which began to intensify into a severe cyclonic storm on October 27, 28, 2025. Though not as strong as the ones in 1977 and 1999, this does not provide much comfort to the authorities in the 3 coastal states, including Odisha. Not to that extent, but still they can't take it for granted. They can't be casual. They have to work on war footing. What is the meaning of war footing? To take things seriously and put in a lot of effort and work very fast. Parts of north coastal Andhra Pradesh, especially Vishakhapatnam, Anakapalli, and Srikakulam districts, and also Ganjam and Gajapati of Odisha, have received significant rainfall. In Andhra's Kakinada and Konaseema regions, nearly 10,000 people were evacuated. Shifted. They have been shifted. The Odisha government made arrangements for the evacuation of people from vulnerable places. What is the meaning of vulnerable? Likely to get exploited, likely to get affected. Vulnerable situation, vulnerable places, amid. You have to recollect amid and amidst. Mean, what do they mean? In the middle of. Meaning wise, same, but for the spelling. Inclement weather. Inclement weather means a bad weather, something not good, bad weather. There's a typical combination. Inclement weather. In several southern districts where there was a red alert. National disaster response force teams were also deployed. There's one advantage when you read the editorials every day for some time. I have given the acronym SLEEPS, and based on that, you come across the same topics and same words, same idioms over a period of time. All these become easy words. But mind you, for a new reader, these are important words. He or she has to refer the dictionary. But not for those who read the Hindu paper. Watch this every day. These are all, we have got many a time. Deploy, place in position. Imagine there's a sort of disturbance in a city, then the city authorities will deploy the police or army immediately. They are placed in position so that any eventuality they try to respond quickly. Were also deployed. Over the years, these are important phrase you have to focus on. Whenever you come across phrases like over the years, so far, since, for specific time, ever since, you have to think of present perfect tense or present perfect continuous. But here, present perfect has been used. Over the years, the preparedness of the union and state government has improved to an extent where the prospect of thousands dying in cyclones has become a thing of the past. An important expression I have used a few times. It is a thing of the past means it does not exist. It existed once, now it does not exist. In the past, any cyclonic storm, many people would die. But today, state governments, the center, well prepared. Because of that, the number has come down drastically. And only a few here and there stray incidents, they may die. And based on that, a lot of people dying in large numbers has become a thing of the past. Means once it was there, now it is not there. You have to remember this phrase, very important. Dying in cyclones has become a thing of the past if the last 20 odd years are an indication. However, there is still damage to public and private properties. Whenever there is a natural disaster, two things happen. One, loss of lives, the other, loss of property. Because of the preparedness today, the loss of lives, that number has come down drastically, but still we are not able to come out of the damage incurred upon the property. Loss of property, still we can't stop. However, there is still damage to public and private properties, affecting the livelihood opportunities of the underprivileged sections in particular. I always tell students today your vocabulary, very important from the editorials. What is the reason? When you take bank exams or SSC or civil services, obviously these are the topics you have to write about, and these are the words you have to use. These are the idioms and phrases you have to use to get maximum marks. Here we have, I have been telling you people, whenever you talk about growth, you talk about inclusive growth. And what does it mean? Consider taking a holistic approach, comprehensive, exhaustive approach, and including all the sections of the society, especially those at the grassroots level. What are the important words for those people, underprivileged and backward communities, and also marginalized people? All these words you have to. Underprivileged sections in particular. Likewise, milch and drought animals. There are two words here. One is milch and the other one drought. Milch means it refers to cows, cattle, and drought animals and poultry. Drought we have got many a time. No rains for a few months. What do you say? Drought. And farmers suffer a lot. But coming to no food, then what is the word? Famine. Famine. You got to pronounce properly. And here it talks about that. And poultry, an important word. Tell me, why is it important? When it comes to nouns, number, there are six important rules. One of the rules, some nouns are always in the singular form, but take a plural verb. And there are five nouns you have to remember: cattle, poultry, gentry, vermin, clergy. All these have a singular form but take a plural verb. Many competitive exams have given, the gentry has accepted our invitation. A student who is not aware of the rule uses the logic, gentry singular, has singular, thinks the sentence is correct, but it is wrong. The gentry singular form takes a plural verb. So, what is the correct sentence? The gentry have accepted the invitation. Poultry are severely impacted. Impact can be a noun, can be a verb. When Cyclone Gaja struck the Tamil Nadu coast near Vedanarayam in November 2018, I'm sorry. When Cyclone Gaja struck the Tamil Nadu coast near Vedanarayam in November 2018, Nagapattinam district and Tanjavur saw large-scale losses of cattle and poultry. It seems that particular cyclone impacted cattle and poultry. Both are different. Coming to the next one, several coastal states have been taking measures, an important one. Which tense is that? Present perfect continuous, have been taking measures. And what is the use of present perfect continuous? Actions begin in the past, come to the present, may go into future. Structural, non-structural, to mitigate. Another important word we have got many a time. Many of our students know. Mitigate means what? To reduce. What are the synonyms you have to recollect? Mitigate, alleviate, assuage, reduce. All these you have to recollect. Mitigate the effect of cyclones. Another important word, effect, means impact. Effect is a verb. Effect can be a verb, can be a noun. Notwithstanding, not considering improvements to their knowledge and skills, the authorities in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha will have to demonstrate in action all that they have learned so far while undertaking relief and rehabilitation measures. Here the sentence, it is like the stand taken by the editorial. Whatever skills they have acquired at this juncture, based on the situation, they have to demonstrate they can deal with the situation. Have learned so far. I have just told you guys, when you see the phrase so far, remember we have to use present perfect tense while undertaking relief and rehabilitation measures. How does it end? The political leadership should not lag behind. Another important expression, lag behind, means what? To be behind. Should not lag behind and must ensure that personal obligation imposed by the writer, all affected people, affected. Here we have used the past participle form as an adjective. All affected people are safeguarded and treated in an impartial way. I don't know why the writer has mentioned impartial way. That means some sort of partiality has been there. I don't know. I'm not the right person to comment on that. But this is a bit strange. Are safeguarded, fine, and treated in an impartial way. Obviously, that's what the authorities, officials do. And whatever it is, when it comes to the word partial, partiality, impartial, you have to think of words like prejudice, bias, partiality, and also persecution. All these words you have to think of. That's all about this editorial. But do remember, they may not give directly, but you may get a passage related to natural disasters. Then awareness will help in the long run. And based on the topic, natural disasters, broad area, if you're good at the lexical terms, collocations, idioms, phrasal verbs, standard phrases, standard expressions, that will help in the exam in the real sense. That's all for today. Thank you very much.